Hey guys, rubber toe assembly here with a lifetime 11 by 21 storage shed, the trifold doors. Nice shed here. We're going to section 8, the floor assembly. This particular shed has floors just like you see here. You got to assemble the left side and the right side both, which look the same. All the middle pieces look the same. They go together just like you see me doing here. The left side and the right side, it helps with that curb being there, or someone standing on the other side. They clip together just as you see there. And then, yep, put all those together all the way down the line so it's like one piece, similar to the other sheds. This particular one, you have to put the left and right ones together to make that one nice long piece. As you can see, just a little wiggling here. Get that curb there that's holding it for me. That helps out a lot. Sometimes if you have two people, one person will stand on the side that's stationary, the other one folds it in, just like you see there. All the lefts and the right pieces are connected together. The two ends are a little bit thinner. You can see there on the end, they're a little thinner sliced, but they go together, the left and the rights, just as you see there on the end. So the first piece, it's a lot easier if there's a curb there or someone standing on those two smaller end pieces, which there you go, someone stands there, and or you put some weight on there or a curb backing behind it to keep it from sliding around, and then you just kind of wiggle the top down in there into the grooves as you see, and locks in place. It's about 35-degree angle there, and then you just kind of curl it in like you do the floor panels on other Lifetime sheds. Yep. And then so on and so on. The two pieces connected. Keep them connected. Don't let them come apart as you're doing this. It's kind of tricky, but they all roll right in just like you see me doing there. Once you have 3 or 4 down and it becomes pretty heavy, you don't really need someone on the other side as much because it's heavy and it stays from sliding. Boom. And see how easy they just slide right together and snap into place. They kind of hook those little edges. Yep, you just lock them in, kind of like a puzzle piece, and then you push in and fold towards the bottom at the same time, and they just clip together as you see there. Going pretty good on this one. Alright, and next we have the wall assembly, section 9 here. Shown in the book is a really good picture that shows here how each wall panel plugs in to the flooring. Goes straight down into the holes. The little nibs at the bottom of each wall panel go straight down, and they slide to the right, all of them, and they start just as you see here. Depending how big your shed is, you see there is a perfect shot of how the walls go in, and then they get 5 screws or 6 screws up right up the side of it, and then there's your corner gets a metal bracket, and all those little circles represent where the screws are going to be put in, both sides. It's just straight wall panels, and you just continue all the way around. However big your shed is how far you go. There it shows your measurements. If you have the 18 foot or the 21 foot, whichever size you order, it's just extensions that make it longer. This one's the big 21 foot. So this is the best picture of how the walls go in, and here is a great shot of that corner bracket. They're all just straight wall panels, and you put that corner metal bracket, and once you screw that in, it holds it all together. It's great. On to section 10, which is the truss install, and here is one completed assembly of a truss that's already been built, which I showed you in other videos how to put these together, and this is how you install them on to the walls. I'm holding this one as you see there, and I'm putting the screws in, and here's how shows you how I was putting the wall rails that get attached to each truss. I build all the trusses first, and then I add the wall rails on the sides with these 2 bolts that go in just like you see there, and a nut at the bottom. Screw that on there. And when you tighten these up, you don't want to crimp them down too much. Just snug them up just enough so they're on there good. And I just kind of do them as I go, the sides here, because they're gonna go right up the side of the wall and get screwed to the wall, and that helps hold the truss right where it needs to be. And it drops into a little groove at the top of the wall. On your top wall line, there's little grooves that the actual truss drops into. Now, as you can see, I'm lifting up above the wall, and it sticks out about 3 or so inches past where those wall rails are. I'm just going around the ladders there. As you see, being tall definitely helps me out. And see how I lift it up over the wall, the end right there, and the other side as well, up over the wall, and it drops down into the groove. This is going to go right in the middle of that window panel. And same on this side, there's another window panel. I use using a ladder to help hold the walls as I go. And I just build them as I go. It's really the only way. Otherwise, you know, somebody or something has to hold these wall panels from getting blown over by the slightest wind. So I just kind of build these as I go. I've done this enough times to know how it gets put together. But as long as you make sure the wall panels are down, inserted right, and then give them a couple taps with the little wood block they give you so that they're tight together and deburred so there's no spacers, you know, you should be fine. Anyway, they screw on just as you see there, about 5 or 6 screws down each side on both sides. Nice. And there is your trusses installed. Alright guys, thank you again for watching another rubber toe assembly video here.